Hey guys, my name is Bryson Sessions and you're listening to the Bed Project Podcast. This show is a little bit different than other shows out there, so if you want an in-depth understanding of what it's about, please listen to episode 292B. It'll give you all the details for the show and what to expect. So that being said, here is today's episode. What's going on, everybody? It's episode 301 of the Bed Project Podcast. It's August 15th, Thursday, 4:22 p.m. Sitting at my desk, and here's what's up. So I'm going to try to record another episode today where it's me just working on shit, so you have a look at how I just think about what I'm trying to do, because that's the kind of shit that I want to have to look back on in the future. I mean, I talk about it all the time, but if I could listen to what Andy was thinking, how he was making his plan to go paint stripes in parking lots, you know, or how he was going to save up enough money for his first supplement store, I would love that. That would be so insightful. That'd be so cool. So that's my goal, obviously, with this. The whole show is about documentation. So it's my goal right now to just document how I'm trying to organize myself and get back on track, and just kind of a live look at, I don't know, just behind the scenes shit, I guess. But the whole show is behind the scenes. So a little context. I'm more than likely I'm done with FedEx. I said a couple episodes ago that I'd probably wait till I get my first client to quit, but there's so many moving parts, and I'll tell you what, having an extra 76 hours per month just sounds way too good to be true. So if you want to think about it, if you want to look at it in one way, also here I'm going to challenge myself right now. I'm going to not say or like at all for the rest of this show. I don't care how awkward it is. I will not say it. And if I do, every time I do, I'm going to do 10 push-ups. So we'll see how it goes. No, I'm not going to say it at all. Period. End of story. Okay, here we go. Fuck. It's tough, dude. Oh, man. Okay, so I think I'm done with FedEx because, that's what I was saying. I'm so focused on not saying or like right now. Holy shit, it's crazy. Okay, I challenge whoever's listening, try to just not say or like. Just for the next hour. Time yourself, set a timer, see if you can do it. Holy shit. I think I'll get better at it if I actually focus on it. Episode 1, that was like the first, it just said like right there, dude. That was one of the first things I ever said, was my goal is to stop saying or like. The point of this show is not to go into depth on that, but I just wanted to challenge myself live, so whatever. But you can look at the whole FedEx thing and me gaining 76 hours more per month as me paying about $1,500 to then get that time. So me paying $1,500 for 76 hours to get time back means that I'm valuing these hours. Hold on. So 1,500 divided by 76. 19.7. So that's net income, obviously, from FedEx, not gross. But that means I'm spending $20 per hour I'm buying an hour of time back for myself for $19.73, if you want to look at it like that. And when I think about buying time, that is very, very cheap time. That's very cheap time. Imagine if you could add more time onto your day by spending $20 to get an extra hour. I'm curious how many extra hours we'd have, or how many extra hours people would purchase if it were that cheap. Because if it's $20 for me and I don't got shit going on, imagine a Jeff Bezos or a Bill Gates or a Elon Musk. If Elon Musk could buy an extra hour in a day for $20, that motherfucker would buy 5 years per day. You know? So there's a little thought workout for you, a little thought exercise for you. So yeah. So it's very enticing for me to quit FedEx entirely. It just so happens that they're being very shitty and straight up ignoring me and being really, I don't like the communication. I don't like the leadership. I don't like the attitude. A lot of shit's going on. I feel like I'm very underpaid as well because, and I know it's different, but in Colorado, man, I just realized that this show is going to be fucking long, so I apologize in advance. But in Colorado, I was getting paid almost, let me write this down. So in Colorado, I was getting, and yeah, this is one big documentation show, so you're going to learn all the ins and outs about all the shit in case you're a first-time listener. So $210 per day, no matter what, and then $1 above 175 stops, and I'd usually have about 250. What is touching my fucking neck, dude? So that's plus 75. So, because, damn it, I said, fuck, dude. Okay. The difference between 250 and 175 is 75. So you add that there. So that is 285. I had upwards of 374 stops. So that would put it closer to 350. But a good average was 250 for me. So anyway, stops per day. So it's 285 times that. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. So I make $285 a day out there in Colorado. Here, I make $100 less than that. And that's very shitty. And it takes me a little bit longer per day to do it. It's just the nature of the job, the different routes, the different everything. So based on that, and based on Arizona, is because Arizona, I got paid. It was a similar pay structure. So it was $180 per day. It was actually $160 per day. But then I got $1.30 after every stop above 123. And I was doing 160 or so. So if we do just 40 stops times 1.3, it's $52 extra on top of 160. So that was $212. So even in Arizona, I was getting paid more. So, and I've worked there for a year. Not only have I worked here in Utah for a year, I've worked for FedEx almost. So this September would be my start of my 4th year. Well, that's kind of crazy. It's been almost 3 full years. That's crazy. Damn it, I said, bro, fuck. It's so tough, man. I'll do better. If I focus on it and catch myself, maybe I'm going to get a clicker real quick. Hold on. I bought a shit ton of clickers. I guess thank goodness that I bought them. Hold on. Great, don't know where they are. Bought shit, don't know where I put it. I'm going to pause real quick so I can go find them. I don't know where I put the shits. Hold on, I'm going to pause. Okay, we got a clicker. So I said, twice. That's twice. So we'll keep track. My goal is to keep it at 2 for the rest of the show, but we'll see. And yeah, I do think this show will be long as shit. So if you're not driving, or if you're not cooking dinner, or if you're not ready for this boring ass show, then click out now. Anyway, okay, so what was I talking about? I don't know what I was talking about. What I was trying to get to though was, I think it's time for me to move on from FedEx, because if I can purchase 76 hours more in my month for $1,500, I will do that. And truth be told, I will be negative per month as far as income to expenses goes, but based on negative, let's see, what is it? Negative 400, whatever it is. But with income and the double checks and just how everything lines up and how I split everything up, and what I have in savings, not to mention the double, we have damn it, fuck, I said it again. Not to mention the third check if you're paid bi-weekly in January. It depends on which Fridays you get paid on, but whatever. If you even get paid on Fridays, but whatever. That is an additional paycheck. So that factored into everything kind of changes things up, gives me a little bit more time. So I already talked about it, but that gives me till about mid-April to sell one client. And can I sell one client in 7 months? I damn sure as well hope so, because if I can't, I'm probably not cut out for this. But I am choosing to opt out of FedEx earlier than my first client because, again, like I've said, I'd like to have all that free. Okay, I just decided something. So what I'm talking about now, this is gonna be 301, and then I'm gonna record the other part of the show, which is why I wanted to start the show That'll be 301B, because I'm 10 minutes in. I haven't even done the thing that I wanted to do, which was document everything that I'm going to think about, how I make the decision, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So, moral of the story, time to move on, time to take the hit, time to jump, time to just start, or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't say starting, but dive in, commit, burn the bridges, and keep moving forward. So, not even going to look back. There's no emotional ties, whatever, to the current contractor that I have for FedEx. As far as FedEx goes as a job, I will for sure miss it in a lot of aspects. I don't know. It'll be tough, I'm sure. It'll be bittersweet because, damn it. Because if I really don't go back in tomorrow, then last Saturday was my last shift as a driver. And I don't really remember it, so kind of sucks. But I have lots of good memories doing. I met a lot of cool people. So if it really is the end, then it is the end. But got to keep going. So whatever. So why did I say all that? I just want more time in my life to work on all this stuff. Can't remember why I went into all that detail for. I don't know, dude. What's going on even in this show? So off track here. I think it's because I'm trying so hard not to say certain words. Okay, I'm gonna dive into the rest of the show actually. So I don't think there will be a 301B. It'll just be this, and it'll be longer. So it is what it is. But because of my unofficial decision so far to go back to just having one job, which is crazy to think that I'm so excited to have weekends off, but the whole goddamn world has weekends off, so pretty cool perspective. But because of that unofficial decision, I am going to make a plan for how I'm going to use these 76 additional hours, as well as kind of recommitting to some kind of structure or some kind of plan, because I was thinking about Live Hard and 75 Hard, everything. And I thought, why was I so successful in kicking so much ass on the program? And I really boiled it down to, it's because I have structure, I have routine, I know what I need to get done every day, and I get it done every day, no matter what. And I think that's the ultimate lesson for me. And I believe that to be true so far. I don't think about the program and I think, oh, the only reason why I kicked ass on the program was because I was doing something and because ice baths were tough. I'm not making that connection. I'm making the connection of I knew what I had to do every day. I got it done every day. And because I knew I pushed myself, I could feel good and I could feel like I was keeping promises and being a man of my word. And that led me to feel better and exude confidence in a lot of different areas in life. And so that is the reason why I feel good. So that is why I believe that it's the routine and the structure. Because right now, I don't really have a routine. I don't really have that structure. I've been very lazy with the gym ever since coming out the program. My diet hasn't been strict at all, despite even being on a cut. And I've kind of just not done much as far as mental toughness goes. I've been focusing on working and getting stuff done. We got the podcast, the other podcast now, working on this business, recording the podcast. I said that twice. Great. I always do that, dude. I'm like, yeah, we got the podcast. I just said like, great. We got the podcast, we got the other podcast, and then I'm recording this podcast. I just said that, dude. So whatever. But that's kind of why I'm trying to restructure my life, get back on some kind of routine, and then commit to a few different things that I'm implementing into the program, the coaching program that will be done hopefully this month. But yeah, so, and the whole episode, the remainder of this episode will be me putting my thoughts onto this Excel sheet, organizing what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, committing to it, and then in the meantime, you see how I think about things and how I put things down and just the whole thought process. So it'll be another blue tag day. And damn it, dude. And that's the one that gets me 6 times in this show. God damn it, dude. All right. Real quick, the reason why I'm so against is I think it makes you lose so much credibility. And I don't want to be so great at what I do and so smart or whatever, fill in the blank, and be discredited or have people not want to listen to me because I can't speak right. I don't want to say like. There's so many other words too that I say I overuse all the time. I overuse literally, and I don't even say literally. I just say literally, or say actually a lot. I say definitely. I say immediately. I mean, I think those are fine, but my goal, stop saying like so. So if I would have, anyway, Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, yeah. So the other show will definitely be me. Yeah, what do I do, dude? I don't fucking know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna go in. This is gonna be a long show. Who cares? It's gonna be a long show. All right, so because I'm kind of off structure with diet and workouts and stuff, what I'm going to do right now is figure out my new schedule in life, because if I'm not working FedEx, then I have a lot more time in life to work on my business, to go to the gym, to do all sorts of stuff. So what I've got so far, and I haven't done much, is I just have an Excel sheet open. I've got 3 columns right now, and I'm just writing week 1 because I have an alternating schedule, Monday through Sunday, week 2, Monday through Sunday, and then the times on each of those days that I'm off of work. And if it's a day off, which is Saturday, Sunday, and every other Friday, I'm writing the time. So I'm writing off of work because that signifies the time that I can begin working on whatever I got to work on. So if I wake up at 8 a.m., which it might be earlier, might be later, I feel like that's a good average, then that's what time I would get off work, so to speak. So, or get home from work. So 2:30 p.m. is when I'm off work Monday through Friday. Actually 1:30. And my bedtime So Monday's bedtime is 8 p.m. Tuesdays is 8 p.m. Wednesdays is 8 p.m. Thursdays Friday is not 8 p.m. It could be, I'm just going to write 11 p.m. And then Saturday's bedtime, 11 p.m. as well. Sunday's bedtime, that's 8 p.m. So now I'm going to make a 3rd column here, or technically 4th column, and write how many hours I have. This is not including the gym. So we've got 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. And I already have a sheet that has all these numbers. I'm just redoing it for better organization for what I'm trying to make, as I'm making a whole game plan document that I'm going to follow myself, and might even implement as kind of some kind of worksheet for future clients to fill out, because it's all about getting time back in your day to do the things that you want to do. And it's all about having the discipline to make that happen. So trying to make some kind of worksheet, I guess, as a byproduct of all this. So 1:30 to 11, that is 9.5 hours. 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., it's 15 hours. Sunday, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. is 12 hours. Okay, we're going to make a total. Don't need a total, but whatever. Get rid of that. Hold on. So we got to go total equals sum. Boom. Okay, so we got almost 60 hours on week 1, which is me working a Friday. So 58.5 hours I have to work on my business. However, that doesn't include the gym. So if you want to throw in the gym, I'll say it's an hour, 5 days a week, then that puts it down to 53. So let's go like this with gym. Let's go. That minus 5. So 53.5 hours after the gym to get all my shit done. So that's cool. Now week 2, it's a little bit different because I don't work Fridays. So Monday through Thursday are the same. But Thursday, I don't have to go to bed super early, so we can just go to bed at 11 p.m. Friday, wake up at 8, roughly. Also, if I do quit FedEx, which seems more and more likely by the second, that frees up my Fridays, and I have overtime availability at my main job And that pays a lot more than FedEx now because I've gotten a few raises since the first time I talked about that. So that's cool. So if I did need more money and I was sucking shit and I could make a sale to save my life, I could work overtime on those Fridays and make an additional, let's see, make an additional $256 for 6 hours worth of work. So times that by 2, times it by the stupid taxes. So I make an additional $300 a month. So if I do that, which I probably won't, I'll probably do it once a month if that's even a possibility, that would, if I did it once a month, that would give me an extra $2,100, which would probably give me an additional 3 months. So April, May, June. So I'd have until July 1st of next year to sell one client. And if I can't sell one fucking client by then, I'll quit. You have my word. So Friday, wake up at 8, go to bed 11 p.m. Saturday, wake up at 8, go to bed 11 p.m. Sunday, wake up at 8, go to bed at 8 p.m. So we have 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. These are the hours I have from the time I get home to the time I go to bed to do what I got to do. Thursday, that is 2:30 to 11 p.m., which is 8.5, right? Friday, we have 15 hours again. Saturday, 15 hours. Sunday, 12. So let's get total going. So total, we have 67 hours that week to work on my goals in the gym. There's 62 with the gym in there. So now that I have that, I'm going to structure shit around that. So now that I know that I'm off of work okay, here's what I actually wanted to focus on. So on week 2, half of my week is actually more geared toward me working and getting stuff done. So I have more time per day to work on things on week 2, which was when I have Friday off. So I literally have, see, I just said literally, 4 days where I can work on my own shit for longer than 8 hours. That's a good chunk of time to get shit done. On the first week, I only have the 3 days that I have time over 8 hours. So it's 9.5, 15, and 12. The remaining days I have 5.5, but with the gym, it's closer to 4. So not a lot of time, but I can still get shit done nonetheless. I mean, it's a Thursday. I don't work. I guess I don't work tomorrow. And that gives me 8.5 hours today to work on stuff. And seeing as it's 4:30, almost 4:45, almost 5, it's 4:45, then that means we have 6 hours left. So it's a big chunk of time. So what am I doing with this information? Well, I've got this other sheet, and I'm just going to copy and paste what I just made here into this sheet. Oops. What the hell's going on? Okay. Paste, unlinked, paste. Okay. Get rid of this. All right. So now that we've got this pasted in here, I can see, quick reference, what my work schedule is, what I'm doing. So and the reason why I'm kind of putting this out there for me is because what I'm going to do, and I haven't actually done it before, so I'm going to try it out and see what happens. I have never done intermittent fasting before, so that's what I'm going to implement into my schedule here and see how it goes. And the reason for that, my decision around wanting to do intermittent fasting, first of all, every diet is the same exact thing. It gets you to be in a caloric deficit, which is how you lose weight. Every diet does the same exact thing. No matter which vehicle you take, you still get to the same destination with dieting. And that is caloric deficit because that's how you lose weight. That's how you burn fat. That's how you gain muscle. Caloric surplus. Doesn't matter which diet you follow. The only thing that matters is the diet that you can adhere to. And so there's pros and cons to every diet. For me, while I'm at work, I prefer not to eat. I prefer to just not ever go in the break room. I prefer to just stay busy and or work on my own stuff. I don't want to have to go sit in a break room and eat. I don't want to have to worry about eating. And that's at work. So if I have 5 days on a bi-weekly schedule where I'm going to be at home, that's 5 days out of 14. That is about a third. That's actually more than a third. 30. 37%. What is that? 5 divided by 14. 35%. What did I say? 37? I don't know. 35.6. Those 36%. It's pretty close. 36% of my bi-weekly rotation of days is spent at home. So that's a good chunk as far as the morning goes. So my idea is I want to wake up, I want to pour myself a cup of coffee, and I want to get straight to work. I don't want to have to worry about going to the gym first thing in the morning. I don't have to worry about taking an ice bath or reading or doing affirmations or doing meditating or doing a sauna or doing any kind of other. I just want to wake up, get some yummy fucking black coffee, sit down and grind out my shit. So if I follow a traditional split of 18, so below my schedule I'm writing diet and nutrition protocol. So if I follow a traditional, intermittent fasting. So if I follow a normal split of 16 hours fasted, 8 hours eating, that means that, so 16-8 means I have 16 hours I'm fasting, I'm not eating anything, and then 8 hours my feeding window, which is when I can eat. So I'd like to train after I've eaten something, so that will be, I'll train in that window. So what time do I want to stop eating? So real quick, I've noticed that if you reverse engineer your goals or work backwards from the end result of what you're trying to do, it makes things much easier. The reason why I say that is because I want to stop eating about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock every night. Because if I'm going to go to bed at 8 p.m., I'd like to be done eating around that time as well, and then start my fasting window so that 16 hours from then I can start eating again. And so if I stop eating, goal, stop eating at 7 p.m. So if we go 8 hours back from that puts us at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. start eating. Because 11 p.m. to 7 p.m. is 8 hours. So that means from 7 p.m. to... What in the hell did I just do? From 7 p.m. to... Wow, I just had a brain fart, dude. Holy shit. To 11 a.m. equals fasting. No eating. So intermittent fasting 16-8. My goal is to stop eating by 7 p.m. So that means I have to start eating at 11 p.m. So that means 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. is fasting, no eating. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. equals feeding window plus gym. And that might change. I don't know. That's the point of this show, this episode specifically. Just putting everything down that I'm thinking. So intermittent fasting 16-8, 7 p.m. to 8. Dude, what's going on? 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. is fasting. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. is feeding window plus the gym. So now that I have that, is that what I want to do? Do I want to start eating at 11 a.m.? That is... So I got to be realistic here. So that doesn't really work with my work schedule because my lunch starts at 10:30. So if I'm going to eat, I'd probably like to have the time to eat. But I'm working kind of two different schedules because on the weekends, if I don't have to go to bed till 11, that means I'm done eating at 7. And I'm not going to eat again for the rest of the night, which could be good for sleep, but might be a hungry guy. So maybe I'll push that back. Maybe we'll just keep it there, test it out, see how it goes. If I need to change something, I need to change something. But going back to what I was saying, the reason why I want to do intermittent fasting is because what I just mentioned, I don't want to have to worry about eating. I just want to wake up, work, don't have to worry about anything. Just want to wake up, coffee, work. That's it. That's all I want to do. If I'm doing that, that means if I wake up at 8, which I think it'll be earlier, honestly. If I'm going to bed at 11, then I just get 7.5 hours of sleep. That puts me at 6:30. So we'll just say 8. That's what I wrote down. So from 8 o'clock for 3 straight hours, I don't have to do anything but work. And I think that's a good amount of time to get a lot of shit done, especially if I'm focused and I'm dialed in and I don't have any distractions. I literally wake up, go downstairs, grab a drink, come up here, sit down, work. I'm sure that will be better. Plus, there's a lot of influence there from Alex Hormozi. Talks about how the first chunk of his day, I think it's like 6 hours, is just working on the things that he knows will move his business forward. And it's completely uninterrupted. There's no distraction. It's just 100% focused work, deep work on what he knows he needs to do. So that's kind of what I want to do as well. And if I have 5 days per bi-weekly, if I have 5 days per 2 weeks to do that, that's a good chunk. It's 36%. So I'd like to do that. So that's the schedule. So let me clean this up. So we're going to go 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. fasting. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. feeding window plus gym. So just cleaned it up, just made it nice. Just made it look a little bit nicer. Okay, so we got the diet and nutrition protocol set, intermittent fasting, 7 to 11, 11 to 7. So what am I going to eat, or what are my calories? What are my macros? So I've got a whole sheet that I've used forever. It's just macros. Calculating macros. Where is it? So I put my weight in there. It's a whole sheet I made. So I'm 191 right now. 72, age 27, male, gender, activity. That's probably right. Okay, so if I'm trying to lose fat, so this is a moderate, so I want to have 200, let's see, 1.2. So we'll go 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That's 230 grams of protein. How much carbs and fats do I want? So it looks like 2,400 calories is what it would take for me to lose a pound a week. Roughly, this is just an estimation. We'll see how it goes after I go again. Or excuse me, not go again. Measure the next week again to see how much I lost, progress, etc. So 2,400 calories. I'd like to eat. So let's see. What we're going to do here is we're going to opt for the 1.1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Puts me at 210. And then we're going to... So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to commit to protein. 210 grams per day. Carbs and fats equals remainder. So I've had great success just throwing my fats and carbs around. And if I want to eat more one day or want to eat less another day, it equals out in the end as far as calories go. And I feel fine. There's no energy drop. I feel good. And you can do that. So with 210 grams of protein per day, I have to get anywhere between 200 grams of carbs and 85 grams of fat to 270 carbs and 55 grams of fat. Somewhere in that range. Just depends on how I want to eat. But Flex Pro Meals, they're my meal prep provider. Some of their meals are very high in fat. And one meal alone could be close to 30 to 40 grams of fat, which is just so high, dude. I don't order those meals. The last couple times I've been, I guess, forgetful, didn't make the order. So they just send me one of everything, which is cool. Get a lot of variety, but at the expense of choosing the meals that best fit my macros. So kind of shitty, but it's got to be better prepared. So honestly, I'll probably hang out at that 250 carb, 70-ish or 60-ish fat-ish. So I'm going to write that down. So 250-ish carb, 60-ish fat. 250-ish carb, 60-ish fat. So protein 210, carbs and fats are the remainder, which is 250-ish and 60-ish. So that's what we're doing. So that means no breakfast foods or meal prep, no lunch or no first break snack foods, or not snack food, no first break foods, only lunch So, yes, lunch. Yes, second break. That's just kind of me clarifying what I need to pack for lunch. Because preparation for meal preps and where you're going for work, whatever, school, job, whatever, super important. So how am I going to get these in? So as far as the specific foods, I get really analytical about that shit because I like to have variety. I don't like to have variety. I like to have a variety of options to choose from, but then stick to one thing probably very consistently. For example, I've had a Greek yogurt and 3 cheese sticks this for my second break at lunch for the last 3 months almost. It's simple. It's a shit ton of protein, right? So it's almost 40 grams of protein. It's got 7.5 grams of fat and about 10 grams of carbs. So shit ton of protein, low fat, low carb. It's super ideal. I don't really like to eat yogurt and cheese sticks every day, but it's super easy to eat and it gets me closer to my goals. So for that reason, it's a staple at this point. It's just so simple. Cheese stick and yogurt, it's easy. But if I'm not worried about eating in the morning, if I'm not worried about first break, kind of takes a lot of pressure off of me waking up in the morning trying to figure out what I'm going to have, or I got to make a sandwich or whatever. It simplifies the meal prep process, the preparation process for work immensely, which increases my adherence to the plan, which is the most important part of any diet or any kind of plan or program that you're following. If you can't stick to it, you're fucked. I think that's the most important thing out of all supplements, training, nutrition, intensity technique. Damn it. Probably said it more. I haven't been paying attention. Everything like that, stretching, mobility, workout selection, rest, reps, sets, everything. If you can't stick to it, nothing else matters. It's so interesting to me when people are like, when people say, "Oh, I'm gonna do carnivore for 6 weeks and then I'm gonna go back to my normal." What's the purpose of a diet is to, in modern culture, in modern day, a diet is a temporary thing you use to lose fat, build muscle, whatever, and then go back to eating the way you were. A diet is just a way of eating. Everybody in the world is on a diet right now. They're just, whatever they're eating, the diet that they're following, or the diet that I just broke my table. Cool. The diet that they're on is the way that they're eating now. That's their diet. That's it. So whether you're following one or not, you are on a diet. Like you are following, you just said like, great. You're following, I don't think following is the right word. That's why I feel like it's not correct. Your eating habits are your diet. That's your dietary protocol that is working for you. But it's not working for you. Okay, clearly I don't know how to explain shit. The way that you eat, that's your dietary intake. If you want to change that up, you're not going on a diet, you're just changing your diet. And if you change your diet to something else for a short term that's giving you results, but then switch back to the thing that's not giving you results, like think about it that way. You said like again, great. Think about it that way. Imagine you're driving a car, it's running out of gas, or the car is shitty, it's just not getting you where you want to go. So you think, okay, I'm going to switch cars into this nice car and it's going to get me to my goals super quick. And then once I get some speed going and I see that this is a good car, I'm going to switch back to the shitty car because I just don't want to drive a nice car anymore. I want to drive a shitty one. And I'm a lot more comfortable in my shitty one. It just sounds so silly. Why would you want to switch cars when things are great? Why would you want to hop vehicles and go back to the shitty, slower, out of gas, smoky, just horror? I'm trying so hard not to say and like right now. Holy hell. So you gotta, the way that you pick a diet, you have to choose something that you can stick to. And it doesn't matter if it's the shittiest or, what's up? What's up, DJ Mumbauer? Send me a photo. I will put $300 down that it's a Snickers K wrapper. I wish I could post this. It is. It's a Snickers K wrapper. Well, DJ, you're going to know that I have a podcast now because I have to show you that I absolutely called that out and you owe me $300. Okay, well, anyway. So the diet. Everyone's on a diet right now. And clearly that diet that they're on is not working. So why would you ever go back to it, dude? If you're following a diet and you're 200 pounds overweight, the way that you're eating right now is not a good diet. So switch. Do something better. So anyway, I don't know how I got off on that. So that's my little take on diets. Diets are stupid. Just change the way you eat. Just eat better. Stick to it. That's what I was saying. Compliance. Focus on compliance. If you can't stick to the shit, it's not a good plan for you. Period. I'll die on that hill. If you can't stick to it, nothing else matters. Yeah. 100%. I'm with that 100%. I'm going to die on that hill. So compliance. So, yeah, okay. So reason why I got into that was because I don't have to meal prep breakfast. I don't have to eat for first break. Yeah, okay. So what am I going to do? So grocery shop for, let's see, how to be prepared. Nope. Preparation. So order Flex Pro meals every other week. Grocery shop for remaining stuff every Sunday. Probably whenever. Prep anything that needs to be prepped on Sunday. What else? Wake up with ample time to prep anything or pack anything that needs to be. For anyone listening that might think, if you made it this far into the show, congratulations, you're a champion. But for anyone who's listening thinking, well, this is so simple, this is so dumb. Yeah, it's literally, yep, she just said it literally. I'm going to count that because I'm so sick of saying that stupid ass word, dude. Literally. It really is this simple. I'm just writing out what I want to do. I'm going to print this paper out, probably put it on my whiteboard just so I have a visual, and I'm going to follow it completely. So what else do I need to do with nutrition and diet? Okay, supplementation. So supplementation, pack double scoop of protein powder in bag for gym post-workout. Bag in the morning for gym post-workout. It's so simple to not do. It's also simple to do. It's just a matter of doing it. So what I'll probably do is meal prep protein powder. So I'll get 30 bags, put 2 scoops of protein in each of them. So that way I can just grab a bag, put it in my lunchbox and go, because I hit the gym right after work. And if I don't do it right after work, it's probably a rest day, or it will be a day off and I can just walk over to the gym. So that's cool. Pre-workout. Pack pre-workout in backpack. Let's see, what else? What else do I need to do? Oh yeah, we got to take vitamins and fish oil. I guess I'll take that at work. Take at work with lunch. So that means I got to pack in the morning. In parentheses, look into pill organizer for convenience. Reason why I need a pill organizer is because I have an animal pack, which is a protein pack. It's got a lot of vitamins and nutrients The one that I have is for joints and mobility. I have a multivitamin from Evil Nutrition, I believe. And then I've got fish oil from Caged Muscle. And that's what I take as far as supplements go. The pre-workout that I have has creatine and betaine, beta-alanine, caffeine, citrulline, all that stuff in there. So yes, I do take creatine. I haven't actually taken creatine in almost 7 weeks now. Probably longer. So yeah. So we're going to look into the pill organizer. And then we got, so pack vitamin fish oils in the morning. Okay. That's supplementation. So for concise step-by-step, before work, pack pack protein bag, pack vitamins, pack lunch and second break food. What else? Let's see, wake up in enough time to pack lunch for work. Pack shaker bottle. Pack pre-workout. What else before work? All right, so that's what I'm going to do before work. Simply putting it on a page like this and seeing it helps remind me what I need to do and what I need to focus on. Now, I didn't do this for face. I didn't do this for any part of Live Hard, actually. It's interesting because, okay, I just made a realization, so we're going to have the green tag on here too. I made a program before episode 100. I called it Year 95, and little did I know, I put so many things on there that it was just ridiculous, and I didn't realize how ridiculous it was until actually I failed because, did I fail? Yeah, I sure did. And it was like Live Hard on crack with all the other additional shit I had to do. And I just, yeah. So I wrote a schedule for that of how to do my day with that. And I failed. But with Live Hard, never had a schedule. I just knew what I had to do and I got it done. But this is kind of my way of organizing my thoughts on a paper. Because, okay, so here's another thing. So honestly, if you're still listening, good for you. It's 50 minutes in almost. But with me, if I'm not going into FedEx tomorrow, this is a new chapter of life again. Because going from the last almost full year, I've worked 3 jobs. And I've not had a free weekend in a year. Last time I had a free weekend was June of last year. And free for me, meaning I wake up and I don't have to go to a job. I can stay home and work on my business. I can stay home and make a podcast or film or whatever. I've not had a free weekend in a year. And I've not had a free weekend with the amount of with the amount of passion. Jesus. I've not had a free weekend in 3 or 4 years where I wake up and I'm stoked to work on my own thing because I have some kind of vision that I'm working toward. I haven't had that in a long time. So I think I need to embrace it, get organized, take this very serious because like Uncle Ben says, with great power comes great responsibility. So if I have a lot more time in my day to work on the things that I want to work on, I best be having the discipline to make that happen. I also deleted all the games off of my phone last night because I went to bed, I woke up in the middle of the night, I couldn't fall back asleep, so I got Roller Coaster Tycoon on my phone, been playing that the last couple weeks, and I was just playing that. And I played it for like an hour. Just said like again. Holy shit, dude, how annoying am I? And still couldn't fall asleep afterward, but it's whatever. But I was sitting there, I was one of those moments where I'm almost embarrassed to be a person sharing this, but laying in bed at night, probably 2 a.m., I don't know, 1 a.m., I don't even know what time it was, 1 a.m., playing Roller Coaster Tycoon on my phone what the fuck am I doing? I have so many goals to make this business work and these podcasts work and the YouTube thing work, social media, make a successful business, make lots of money, change lots of lives. And here I am playing a fucking game at 1 a.m. on my phone. Imagine me, a grown-ass man, laying in bed in my underwear playing Roller Coaster Tycoon at 1 a.m. What am I doing, dude? So that moment hit me, and I thought, okay, do I want Roller Coaster Tycoon, or do I want to do all the other things I just said? And so right there, organized all my shit, took all the games off all the games. So we got Diablo, Minecraft, Among Us, Roller Coaster Tycoon, chess. Yeah, I deleted chess. Crazy. Sorry, Nick. Love you, though. Deleted everything. So I don't have any games on my phone at all. And that's actually why I sold my gaming PC as well, because I didn't want the distraction. And that turned out to be a very, very great idea for me. And that's led me to the discovery and self-discovery of the saying, know thyself. And I'm going to look up the meaning real quick so I can explain it. So know thyself means know your limits, understand yourself, realize your potential, improve yourself. So the understand yourself it can also mean to understand your thoughts, beliefs, values, behaviors, and sensations. Namely behaviors in this one. So this includes understanding what makes you tick, why you wake up in the morning, and what you value in relationships. And let's see what else is there. Pretty much know thyself, meaning, okay, I've been in this situation before. My behavior the last 3 times was this. Here's a 4th time. What am I going to do? So this time, I deleted every game, any form of distraction off my phone, got rid of it. And now I don't have any games on my phone. I don't have any games on my laptop. I don't have a gaming PC. I don't have a TV. I don't have any kind of distraction as far as media goes in that regard. I mean, I have social media. It's very distracting. It's probably the king of distractions. But yeah, so that's that. So before work, so I'm going to segue into something else. So Vice Fast. So something that's going to be implemented into the program is called a Vice Fast. Now I'm going to look up the definition so I don't screw it up, but all it is abstaining from something you know is not serving you. Vice check. So this is from The Compound Effect, Darren Hardy. So he says, I believe in testing my vices. Every so often, I go on a vice fast. I pick one vice and check in to make sure I'm still the alpha dog in our relationship. My vices are coffee, ice cream, wine, and movies. I already told you about my ice cream obsession. When it comes to wine, I want to be sure I'm enjoying a glass and celebrating the day, not drowning a bad mood. About every 3 months, I pick one vice and abstain for 30 days. I love proving to myself that I am still in charge. Try this out for yourself. Pick a vice, something you do in moderation, but you know doesn't contribute to your highest good, and take yourself on a 30-day wagon run. If you find it seriously difficult to abstain for those 30 days, you may have found a habit worth cutting out of your life. There you have it. So a vice fast is something you do that's probably not serving you, and you abstain from that. So that's what I'm going to write about here because it's something. So vice fast. And then we have something that I'm going to coin it, but I don't really like it. It's called a virtue feast, which is the opposite of a vice fast, which is something that is not in your schedule, but would do you good. And it's just something small, like journaling or reading or walking or meditating or visualizing or whatever. Something small, simple, stretching, mobility work, you name it. So we have crucible or that virtue feast. We have a crucible, which are things that are very difficult to do, require a lot of resilience, require a lot of willpower to bust through. So this could be an ice bath. This could be a cold shower. This could be talking to strangers. This could be running or doing something crazy, something that's very hard for you. You know, so that has to be the same one. All these have to be the same one for 30 days. So nothing crazy, just not a 250-day ice bath streak, just 30 days. After that, you can change it up, keep going, up to you. So for the vice fast, what is something in my life that I'm doing right now that I do not want to do anymore? So that will be no fast food. Is that what I want to do? Yep, no fast food or sugary drinks. So what do I want to do? No fast food, and what am I doing right now that's not serving me? Fast food, that's a bad one. Had a few. I've had Burley Burger. I went there yesterday, actually. Just was driving on my way home, and I was like, yep. So I went there. We'll go no fast food and no sugary drinks. Because I've had a bit of coffee lately with it, probably a shit ton of stuff in it. So I want to buy my own coffee maker, make some black coffee, and drink that. Because I do like black coffee, actually. A lot of people say that to be hard, but I like the taste most of the time. But if I don't like the taste, I won't drink it. And coffee does not break a fast either, which is cool. No calories. Virtue Feast. What's something that I want to add into my day that I don't do now that I want to commit to for the read 10 pages a business book. So I haven't read ever since the program, actually. So I want to get back into that. Reading is so great. And what's my crucible? We'll go cold shower. 5 minutes every day. And then I've got this thing I am going to test out. I call it a mini discipline. I think that's what I'm calling it. I don't know. Probably will change it because that's a stupid name. But it's just doing quite literally one tiny little thing that requires some kind of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And I'm talking tiny. I'm talking you're walking down the street. Maybe we'll call it a mini discipline. You're walking down the street. There is a spilled drink all over hell. There's a lot of people nearby. You're with your friends. They're walking somewhere. And you got to be the guy that's like, oh, said like again. You got to be the guy that says, oh, hold on, guys. I got to clean this up. This isn't cool. So I would argue that that's well respected. I think people would see that and think, oh, that's great. That guy's doing a good thing. But when you're with your buddies, if you're walking down the street, you're with all your boys, and one guy stops and kind of ruins, like, God damn it, ruins your strut, ruins your whole vibe of walking, and you look badass. And he says, hold on, guys, I got to clean up this mess. That's not mine, that none of us made, but I want to clean it up and make the place look better. Now you got to stand there and look all awkward because your boy's trying to clean up some shit. And it being the guy that's cleaning up the shit, and you feel that social pressure of, what the fuck is, these guys are looking at me like I'm weird. I'm just trying to clean up something. They think I'm a neat freak. They think I'm weird. I'm just picking up. They think I care about the environment so much. All that goes through your head, but you have to push through that to make that happen. That's a mini discipline. So just one little thing. I mean, it could be picking up a cigarette butt in the middle of a mall. Anything. Just one little thing. Picking up trash in the bathroom. Just something. Tiny as fuck, could take literally 2 seconds. So what is that going to be for me? I think that's going to be a random one, right? Lil thing that takes 3 seconds. No rules, just a little tiny thing you probably don't want to do or you don't want to touch, and you just do it anyway. Could be just raising your hand when somebody, like if you're in class, just said like. If you're in class and the teacher says, does anybody know the answer to number 4? All you do, raise your hand, say the answer. That answer could take 10 seconds to whatever. It's so simple. That's it. That's the mini discipline. You're done. So with that in mind, that's what I'm going to commit to. So the Vice Fast is no fast food, no sugary drinks. Meaning no soda. I mean, I don't drink soda. So for example, I don't drink soda, so I wouldn't put no soda on there because I already do it. If I already was reading, I wouldn't put read 10 pages. If I already was taking a cold shower, I wouldn't put take a cold shower. And the mini discipline is just one of those things that will go on forever. So I'm writing a whole subsection here just called mental, making the header bigger. Okay, so yeah. No fast food, no sugar drinks. That's my Vice Fast. Virtue Feast is 10 pages of a business book. Crucible is cold shower for 5 minutes. Mini discipline is a little thing that takes 3 seconds. That's my mental side of things. So we got the diet, we have the schedule, we have the mental. How's my training going? So as far as the program goes, I'm not going to run through how I make a whole ass program right now because I'm following the one that I'm making for the program itself. But what I will do is talk about cardio and stretching and shit like that. Training and recovery. So just documenting my mood and feelings. I'm hyped up writing all this. Feel like I have some kind of structure again, and that's exciting for me. So training protocol. I'm not going to go over the sets, reps, weights, exercises, rest times, all that stuff. But here's the thought process with my schedule. And this is actually why I wrote my schedule out. So we've got, this show's an hour long already, dude. I knew it was going to be long. Oh, man. I'm actually going to pause real quick, take some water, and just walk around for a sec. Hold on. Okay, so the reason why I shared the schedule at the beginning is because of this reason right now. So with the training protocol, what 2 days per week am I going to rest? So here's the thought process. So if I rest on a weekday when I work, that means I have from 2:30 to 8, which really is 5.5 hours of time to work on my shit. And that's better than coming home, going to the gym, coming home, or whatever, however I do that, and getting home around 4-ish and only having 4 hours. Either way, the gym's in the weekly schedule. Either way, it's an hour of my time. Either way, it's an hour gone, so it doesn't matter. But when I look at it that way, I think I might prefer to go to work and come home and just go to work again for my own shit instead of having to go to the gym. So I can do that. I can take Monday and Thursday off of the gym so that Monday and Thursday I work, I come straight home and I just get to work. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and then every other Friday, I go to the gym right after work. And the cool thing about that is Tuesday, Wednesday, normal time, but that every other Friday. So first of all, every other Friday that I do work, it would be right after work at 1:30. So without the gym would be for sure dead. Because if you know anything about the gym, any public gym, it's not busy until about 3-ish. From 3 to 9-ish, zoo. But before that, you're fine. So that's great. And then the alternating Friday, I wouldn't work at all. So I could go whatever time I wanted. But if I'm going to eat my feeding window, that would have to be after 11 a.m. and before 7 p.m. So honestly, that's pretty ideal. Go to the gym at noon or something like that. Go to bed. Nice. Go to the gym around noon, 1 o'clock. Get a couple meals in me before then. So do I want to take Monday and Thursday off of the gym? Or do I want to take both days off during the weekend and then have the full weekend to just work, not even have to go to the gym? I do think it would be beneficial for me to have something to do other than be in my office. Because I've noticed in myself when I'm stuck in my office all day and then I go and do something, like I go to a restaurant, and that didn't count, by the way, because I'm saying, you know what, does it count? If I do something fun, that's fine. That's appropriate use of the word. Like if I do something different, like go to a restaurant and I see different things other than my whiteboard and my camera, I think, wow, it's pretty cool out here. The world's got some shit going on, So if I can keep that feeling, so I think we'll hit the gym. So yeah, we're going to commit to it right now. So Monday and Thursday. This is what's going through my head. I think about taking Monday off and I think, wow, what a weak ass start to the week. Resting on day one? Nah, Sunday's day one of the week. And we'll do it. Rest days on Monday and Thursday. Hit gym on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sat, Sun. Active days. Okay, that's what we got for the training schedule. Okay, so we got that done. Stretching. 5 minutes every single day of the body parts trained. Actually, what we're going to do, I don't believe in this. It's going to sound so silly. I just said 5 minutes. So a lot of people would do that. I'm going to do 6 minutes because that's one more minute than everybody else has decided to do. So I've talked about this plenty of times. There's an episode I have, it's called Mental Edge. I talk about how if you make shit up in your head and it's negative, that's delusion, that's self-sabotage. But if you make shit up in your head and it's positive and it pushes you, it's also delusion, but it's intentful delusion. And as long as you're aware that as long as you are aware that it is delusion and you are making this shit up, but choose to use the benefits of having that delusion in your head, I think it's a very positive thing. I call it mental edge. It just means to make shit up in your head to make you feel better. That's essentially what it is. Make shit up in your head and make you feel better, but really understand that that's not how it really is. So you're not being weird. You're not being some kind of psychopath, whatever. Like, for example, So, for example, if I wake up at 3 a.m. and I go for a run, I might think in my head, there's not one other person out here. And there could be like 3 other guys. God damn, dude. And there could be about 3 other guys down the block doing the same thing that you're doing. Or there might be 4 guys in your neighborhood in the garage hitting the weights. Shout out Clancy. There could be so many different people doing different things, but just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. But telling yourself that that's how it is can make you feel like quite a badass. It can make you feel like you're the only one out there working and you're the only hustler and nobody wants it as much as you and you're the hardest worker. And it doesn't matter if those things are true, but in the moment, if that's what helps you to make you feel better, have at it. Do what you got to do. So mental edge, doing 1 more minute than everybody else. But what about the people who do 7 minutes? Well, I'm doing more than people do 5. Okay, stretching 6 minutes every day. After 6 minutes every single day of the body parts trained. On rest days, it needs to be full body for 10 minutes. Cardio, because cardio is important for burning a little bit extra. So fun fact, in case you don't know, cardio doesn't burn fat. It burns calories. That's what you need to be. Burning calories puts you in a deficit. That's how you lose fat. So cardio does not burn fat. It burns calories. Burning calories puts you in a caloric deficit. We're going to do 16 minutes after every after every weight session. And then for a little bit for mental discipline, each cardio session must be new machine per week. So that means I'm not going to go back to back on Stairmaster. I might do Stairmaster once, then incline treadmill, then I might do a bike, then I might do the elliptical, then I might do the rowing machine. I'm going to rotate it just to push myself out of my comfort zone and just to add to that mental aspect of things. So that's my cardio. So we have training schedule, stretching, cardio. What else is there? So we got cardio, stretching, training. Let's see, as far as... I know there's a lot of awkward silence here. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not going to cut anything. So, training and recovery, nutrition. I'm really trying to think of what else I need to do. So, all right, well, I guess that's training right there. So, damn, I said, I was doing good, bro. Weekly check-ins. So as far as check-ins go, for me... Oh, is that my music? Sure was. Did I just stop recording? No, we're good. Okay, so as far as weekly check-ins goes, every Sunday, weigh myself, every Sunday. Weigh myself, take a photo in same lighting and pose, put into... Nah, I'm not going to do all that. Weigh myself, take photo, weigh myself, write down weight on whiteboard, take photo, same lighting and pose. So that's what I'm gonna do. Every Sunday I'm gonna weigh myself, write down my weight on my whiteboard, and then take a photo in the same lighting and pose every single week. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's my weekly check-ins. Training and recovery, mental. I could take this so many different directions now. So we'll go business. Fuck it, man. It might be the longest show we've ever had to date. Business. So, yeah, this is going to be a long one. So, business. Okay, so we'll make a table. So, see, it's a good thing we have that table with my schedule because we can see how many hours we have on which days. So, Monday through Wednesday, every week, I only have 5.5 hours per day to work on stuff. Hold on, what's going on? There we go. So, okay. Again, I'm not editing anything. This is really me just brainstorming live. And this will have the orange dot as well. I think we're an hour and 10 minutes in. Holy shit. Props to anybody who's made it this far. If you've made it this far, yeah, I don't know. Oh, man. Well, I'll have all this documented. It's here. Whatever. If somebody wants to listen, it's all good. Okay, so I have it somewhere. So I need to have a day for content creation and making the other podcast. And I want to clarify something. If you made it this far, I feel so discouraged now. I don't feel like anybody who's made it this far, I don't feel like anybody who's listening has made it this far because it's such a long show. But I'm not trying to juggle 500 different things at once. I'm recording video stuff for social media content. It just so happens that if I do that, I can post the long form of that as a podcast for YouTube and kill. It's honestly like 5 birds with one stone. Now I said like 19, dude. Fuck. If I record a podcast for video, I have the full length video show, which is for YouTube. I have the full length podcast, which is for Spotify. I have upwards of 6 clips per episode for social media. I can take photos of myself, still images of the podcast recording, so screenshots, if you will, but nice quality ones. So for content, for background, for whatever. And then I can use that and put things over it like a Twitter post or something like that. And it also acts as marketing. So marketing, content, people can see me talk, get familiar with me, get to trust me, get to know me. So that's about 5 birds with one stone. And if you want to say that because I get 20 pieces of content from each episode that I record ish, even though all 20 might not be able to be posted, I have 20 different options. At least 10 will be able to be posted. But if you want to say that I'm killing 12 birds with one stone, that's a damn good throw right there. Just hucking a rock and killing 12 birds. So, yeah, so I'm not juggling 500 different things at once. It just so happens that recording a podcast gives me all of these things. So that's why I'm doing it. So I've talked about this so many times, but if it takes me an hour to record a show, 2 hours to edit it, 2 hours to edit and get the photos and get the clips, because I'll have to do that as I go through it. If that takes me, we'll just round up. So if it takes me an hour to record and then 3 hours to edit and get all the photos, edit everything, color grade it, get the clips, make the posts, or not make the posts, then that's 4 hours. And let's say it takes me another 2 hours. Hold on, I'm wording this wrong. Let's say that I choose to spend an additional 3 hours just on content alone to just stockpile on content because that's all I'm going to do that day. That would be a total of 7 hours right there. So if I were to take, so 7 hours. So that means that has to be done on a day where I have that many hours, at least that many hours. So that means I'd have to do it on a Sunday, Saturday, or Friday. Or, yeah, Sunday, Saturday, or Friday. So let's go ahead and put that to... Let's put that to Sunday. So let's go ahead and copy the days of the week. I'm going to put this over here. So Sunday, content and podcast day. So content and podcast day on Sundays. All right. Now I need a day. What else do I need a day for? Clearly I have no idea what I'm doing. What else do I need to do? Oh, working on the program, because that's what I'm doing right now. So let's go. Yeah, so Friday and Saturday, program creation. Friday and Saturday for sure. Non-negotiable. And then Thursday, because every other Thursday I will have a 3-hour difference, which means I'll have 3 additional hours on that day to work on stuff. So what can be flexible? That can be, what do I need to do? That can be, honestly right now, it's just going to be all program creation because that's the only thing that I need to work on right now. Actually, we're going to take Monday. I don't know, man. Let's see. What do I want to do here? We're going to take every Wednesday life. We're going to call it life. So every Wednesday, it's just going to be, I'm not going to focus on anything other than getting my shit in order. So if I got to go get a haircut, or if I got to go change my oil in my car, which are 2 things I do need to do right now. Or if that is me, I have to clean my house, or if I need to vacuum, or if I need to, just shit I got to do. And that's going to be for Wednesdays. Because I will only have 4 hours after the gym before I go to bed to get this stuff done. So 4 hours is a good amount of time to really get a lot of shit done. So we'll do that. So honestly, we'll just leave it at that. I'm really not sure what else to put there because I don't have the experience yet of running a tight schedule like this to be able to say what works and what doesn't work. So we'll just roll with this. If it's not good, then we just change it. And it's all good. I gotta delete some of these. I made this table way too big. So all I'm doing is creating a table in Google Sheets, pasting it in the Google Doc so that the doc is something I can refer to. You know what we're going to do? We're going to add some goals for each. So the goals. Finish one part. Deep work on. So we'll just call it deep work. That's my goal. Deep work. Get in there. Get really deep on something that I'm working on. And then on Fridays, and Saturdays, my goal is to finish big tasks. So if I'm working on one big thing like the whole program, or if I'm working on one big thing like all of the nutrition plans or something like that, my goal is to finish those on those days. So that's my cleanup days, we'll call them. Life, my goals on Wednesday will be to catch up on life needs. And then the content and podcast day, generate 20 pieces. Generate 20 pieces of content. So if I generate 20 pieces of content, we're going to say 21, so that way my input to output ratio is one day for 3 weeks worth of content. So if something comes up, I'm okay. So that's the goal. How would I generate 21 pieces of content in one day, though? Well, let's be realistic. In one day, for me, how am I generating 21 pieces? I could get 5 Twitter posts. I could get 5 clips. I could get 5 graphics. We're going 14. I am not trying to overcommit here. We're going 14 pieces of content. And on week 2, that will be very similar. However, on Thursday, I want to finish big tasks as well. I didn't write big right there. I made a typo. So on Thursday, I'm going to finish big tasks. So it's almost the exact same. So Monday, Tuesday, deep work. Wednesday, life needs. Thursday, Friday. Nope, just Thursday, deep work. And then Friday, Saturday will be finish big tasks. So again, if I'm working on a big program or if I'm trying to make videos, just big chunks of the program that need to be done. And then the next week, deep work, life needs, finish big task, and then finish big task, and then 14 pieces of content. So I should be getting 2 weeks worth of content every week. And this is I'm just kind of spewing shit. I don't know if this will work. I've not done it though. So the only way to know if it will work is to do it. Just start, huh? This podcast still recording? Great. This will for sure be the longest one. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the document. I'm going to paste this here. Great, didn't work. Awesome. I love that, dude. Okay. Paste. What's going on? Okay, we're deleting the rows. Okay, that's kind of my schedule. It's program creation, life, program creation. So where's the time for friends and family and stuff on here? There's none. So I probably should talk about that in the show. I've talked about it multiple times, but it's different goals in life. I'm willing to sacrifice a lot of friends, family, time to make my goals happen. The way that I see it is my life will be super unbalanced in favor of not work if I choose to do that. Because if I work my ass off for the next 20 years, I'm only going to be 47 years old. And if I live to be 95, I have very different views on the average life expectancy because that's average. And I don't view myself as average. I view myself as, a lot more healthy than the average person. You know, if the average person has this disease or this addiction or drinks every weekend, the average person's almost obese. They're overweight right now, but they're almost obese. It's not normal to be not overweight. It's normal to be overweight. It's not normal to have some kind of fitness to your life. It's not normal. So if the average life expectancy is based on the average fucking person, take that into account before you start throwing the numbers around. That's my view. Because a lot of people are like, a lot of people think, or they will say, oh, the average life expectancy is 73. You know, your life's half over at 37 or whatever it is, you know. Dude, yeah, if you treat your body like shit, dude, I could die tomorrow and that whole thing could go out the window. But if I don't die tomorrow, and I do die when I'm 104, my great grandma on my dad's side died at 108. I was looking at my family tree. I got a lot of longevity in my both sides of my family, which is pretty cool. But I'll get hit by a train tomorrow. Don't worry. So, yeah. So I'm just focusing on that. So super unbalanced for the next 20 years. But then from 47 to 107, I wouldn't have to do shit, right? That's the view that I'm seeing. Well, how are you going to make that much money to last you 60 years? I'll figure it out. If I don't, then I'll keep working. Crazy concept. So that's that. So for business, that's what I want to work on. What am I missing? So we got the game plan. We got the diet and nutrition. We got the training and recovery. We got the tracking progress for the weekly check-ins. We got what I'm doing from a mental side of things, and we got the business. What do we need to do? Well, so the business thing will definitely change when I get the program done, because when the program's done, that becomes a marketing game and an outreach game. So if I'm messaging so many people per day, then a lot of my deep work and finish big tasks will pause, or they will they will lessen up. And a lot of that same time will be spent with marketing and messaging people. So one day might be ad creation. Another one might be more content, because that's ultimately what I would need. Another day might be get caught up on DMs and messages and messaging people and reaching out to other businesses or whatever. So that's what we'll do for now. What other areas of life do I need to check here? You know what's crazy? I made this whole plan based on the fact that I don't work FedEx anymore, and I have officially not quit. No, I haven't said anything. So, oh boy, do they have a rude awakening tomorrow, huh? And for the record, the reason why I'm not calling and giving a heads up and letting them know and being considerate, why am I not putting my 2 weeks in? I have no respect for the leader of my team. He has a shitty attitude. Did I just say like? No. He has a shitty attitude. Does not respond to any of my texts, so much so that I have to reach out to the boss above him to say, hey, what the fuck? Not only that, but this guy's gone back on his word multiple times. He's flaked out on a lot of different things that he said he would implement, such as, hey, we're going to start bringing you treats and snacks while you're out driving. You know, what's your favorite? What do you like? Hey, when's your birthday? We want to surprise you with something, you know. Hey, so, you know, this contractor takes care of you if you take care of us. So, yeah. And then I ask for a raise, and they say, well, no, you're only part-time. And I'm doing the most. My big boss says, hey, even told me to my face, yeah, you're quite the workhorse. I don't know why you're getting treated that way. And to be fair, there's only one guy in the squad here that is a piece of garbage. The rest of the people, to be fair, I don't know my coworkers. I don't talk to them. The ones that I do know, I no comment. But the big bosses seem to be cool, and I do like them. So I know that I'm fucking them over by doing this. However, the main person that it affects is the person that has been a very, very bad leader and refuses to take take responsibility for the lack of their actions and for the shitty communication, even though I have repeatedly asked for just better communication, better involvement all around. So the reason why I'm not putting my 2 weeks in is because they're fucking me over. I don't want to say they are not, but whatever. I'm getting screwed over. I'm being treated not well. I don't think it's appropriate treatment. And I'm not a fan of anything to do with that. So I value my time. I value my self-worth. I value all that shit more than delivering boxes. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I guess I have officially quit FedEx. I mean, unofficially, but whatever. So there's that. By the time you listen to the show, more shit will be happening. So anyway, I think that's it. I think that's kind of the game plan moving forward. So when do I start this? Tomorrow. I guess technically right now. A lot of the shit I can still do. A lot of the stuff I can't do. But yeah, so I'll start right now. So the game plan starts right now. As far as, I guess, everything else hold on. Yeah, I guess as far as everything else goes, the very latest start tomorrow morning. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. So, second longest episode ever. The longest show I have, I think, is episode 100, I think, or 157, and that's an hour and 37 minutes long. This one is about a minute or an hour 30. So, yeah, if you made it this far, that's cool. You made it the full length of a movie. So I appreciate you sticking with me for the full length of a movie. So anyway, yeah, that I'm going to end the show now. Holy shit. Just to reiterate here, the whole reason for episodes like this is to just document and to share how I get somewhat organized with what I'm trying to work on, how I think about what I'm trying to do, and the why and the reasons why, or the reasons behind why I make the decisions that I do. It's in the outro, or it's in the intro to this show, because I think these types of shows will be the coolest to look back on in 20 years. To think that where I'm at now in 20 years, in the context of me saying that in 20 years, that is, listening to this show in 20 years is kind of a blueprint of how I got from here now to there then, if that makes sense. So it's just a way. What the hell is this? The hell is this? Yeah, it's just a way to, I guess, track the way that I think about things. So I'm butchering the hell out of this. So anyway, that's the show. It's a long one, and I appreciate you sticking with me throughout the entirety of it. So that being said, that's the show. Thank you so much for sticking with me through the whole thing, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. If you haven't already, please go check out episode 292B. It explains what this show is about in depth. If you are a new listener and want to know what the hell is going on, why I sound like shit, why it's not organized, why it's not professional, 292B explains it perfectly. So go give that episode a listen if you haven't already. Thank you so much for giving my stuff a try, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode.